Hello, everyone. This is Adam with PsychedelicInvest.com. I hope you guys are all having a phenomenal week, because I know I am. Because it's Friday. Who is not having a great day on Friday? And I just want to say something. Yes, I wear this shirt in almost every video. And yes, I have been washing this shirt in between episodes of Psychedelic Invest's different episodic content. And yes, I will most likely keep wearing this in some of the episodes moving forward. So getting that out of the way, let's talk about what to expect in this episode. We have a bullish versus bearish Numinus Wellness Q3 of 2022 earnings report reaction and analysis. So I hope you guys are excited for this one, because I am extremely excited. And let's get into things. All right, guys. Now, to get things started, I'll be going through the highlights of this earnings report, and then I'll be reading what Peyton had to say and kind of just giving my perspectives on top of that. So let's get things started. We have revenues grew 32% year over year to $0.74 million for the quarter. That is nice. Clinic network revenues grew 59.5% from the same quarter last year and 7.5% compared to the prior quarter. They achieved 24.4% gross margin and about $181,000 in gross profits during Q3 of 2022. So they also ended the quarter with a strong cash position of $41.8 million. So we got to keep that in mind for when we do some math later. Completed the acquisition of Novamind, positioning Numinus as a leading integrated mental health care company providing psychedelic assisted therapy. So that is pretty great for the highlights for the quarter, and let's get into what Peyton had to say here. So he says, our fiscal third quarter was highlighted by the announcement of our acquisition of Novamind and the activities leading up to the completion of that strategic transaction on June 10th, 2022. So now he says, with 13 wellness clinics across North America, 4 clinical research sites, and a dedicated psychedelics research facility, Numinus is firmly positioned as a leading mental health care company providing psychedelic-assisted therapies. So that is significant that they now have 13 wellness clinics across North America. They have a pretty significant footprint now post acquisition of Novamind. And up next we have here, we're looking forward to sharing our combined performance with you when we announce our fiscal third quarter results. So basically the combined performance of both of the entities, Novamind and Numinus, is just not happening in this earnings report. We have that to look forward to in the next earnings report. That is definitely going to be a very interesting one to see, and I'm very excited for that one because we just want the numbers on what the combined entities will be producing. He goes on to say, today, including the contributions of Novamind, Numinus is one of the highest revenue-producing mental health care companies providing psychedelic and ketamine-assisted therapies with more than $12 million of combined pro forma annual revenues based on trailing 4 quarters. We continue to be excited about the momentum building across our business and our outlook ahead. So here's where things get a little bit more interesting. With significantly strengthened revenue streams, a growing number of client services, and positive regulatory reforms underway, our focus is squarely on reaching profitability as quick as possible. I'm very happy to hear them saying this. Our strategy to accelerate Numinus's path to profitability also includes expanding higher margin services, increasing business development activities, and proactively managing our operating costs. Our goal is to achieve operational profitability within 2 years and corporate positive cash flow within 2 years. So that's really significant. So I want to highlight that. So their goal is to achieve operational profitability within 2 years and corporate positive cash flow within 3 years. So if they can stick to this, Numinus is putting themselves in a great position coming into the next quarter. So hopefully things do play out this way for them. We have to kind of to assess this with a little bit of grain of salt, because delays do happen and things don't usually happen at the timetable that a lot of these CEOs try to talk about sticking to. So yeah, it would be phenomenal if Numi sticks to the 3-year timetable. We'll see how that plays out. So next, what we want to look at here is we have the cash balance of 41.8 million as of May 31st, 22, and we have a loss. The loss was 7 million for the quarter 3 of 2022. So they say that this loss is more significant than is to the loss of 4.8 million in Q3 of 2021, due in part to corporate developments and legal expenses related to the acquisition of Novamind. So yes, the acquisition of Novamind, if it's hitting the books in this quarter, it will inflate the losses for the quarter. But we have to see next quarter what the losses will look like. The cash balance of 41.8 million. So like I said, we will have about a 2-year runway there. And then they're predicting, or they are hoping to achieve operational profitability within 2 years. So that means their runway should cover them into operational profitability, which is lovely to hear. If you're an investor in Numi, you want to hear stuff like this. And corporate positive cash flow within 2 years. So this is great. It seems like dilution, as far as what they're saying here, will be off the table, but that remains to be seen. We'll see how things evolve over time. And we have another highlight here that I think is important. So given sector consolidation, the decreasing corporate client base for psychedelic substance analytical services and limited revenue generating opportunities. Wow, mouthful. Numinus Bioscience intends to focus purely on proprietary research activities for the foreseeable future. The division's analytical testing capabilities remain available for proprietary and on-request projects. However, the company has eliminated its business development activities for these services to reduce expenses in this period of sector consolidation. So I like this coming out of Numi. I want to see them being more conservative coming into the next quarter, given the macroeconomic conditions at play. So you want to see, so basically Peyton is saying all the right things, if Peyton even said this, or whoever, Numi is saying all the right things in terms of, we're aware of the macroeconomic conditions at play. We're going to be more conservative with how we approach things. So these are all things to reassure their investors. And if you're an investor in Numi, like I said, this is great. I want to hear this out of them. This is good. Numi also mentions, as part of the company's focus on accelerating its timeline to profitability, Numinus has decided to postpone its clinical trials of NBIO-01 and NBIO-03, given the high cost of clinical trials. Once the company can see a clear pathway to regulatory approvals or has achieved profitability, the clinical trials for these drug candidates will commence. So once again, I like this. Being conservative about things, getting drugs through the clinical trial or through the trials, it can be very, very expensive. And I'm happy that Numi's like, yo, we're going to chill with this for now, and we will start focusing, and we will be focusing more on our clinic operation because we want to get those to profitability ASAP. So I like this, and if I was a Numi investor, as someone assessing Numi, I am happy to hear this. He, once again, saying all the right things so far. And here is the last thing that also plays into that. So following a review of its growth initiatives and opportunity, Numinus has decided to cancel its previously announced second wellness clinic location in Vancouver, Canada. The acquisition of Novamind has provided additional growth opportunities that the company expects could provide higher return on investment. So basically, they are seeing more potential for revenue growth in the United States market, which does make sense because just the United States markets for stuff is just so much bigger than Canada. So I understand the focus there, and once again, I think this is a smart business decision for Numi. So yeah, it's nice to see Numi basically signaling to their investors and actually doing it, basically being more conservative with their money, and understanding that the macroeconomic conditions at play right now are not favorable for any of these biotech companies. So let's be more conservative with our spending. Let's focus on the clinics. Once again, very, very similar to how Field Trip is playing things. Field Trip spun off their their drug discovery program, and now you're going to have field trip health and wellness clinics, and that's just going to be its own company. So I like that. Focus on the clinics, guys. Keep focusing on the clinics, grow those revenues. I think it's the best bet right now. So I want to mention this also because I find this interesting. Subsequent to the quarter, on June 23rd, 2022, Numinus launched a pilot mental health program for corporate clients. Corporate ketamine assisted psychotherapy. Corporate KAP. Cute name. The Utah-based program is aimed at helping businesses improve employee mental health by offering ketamine-assisted psychotherapy as a health benefit for eligible employees. So I like this. Why do I like this? Because when you have these corporate gigs, so to have a program that's aimed at corporate clients, those corporations will pay the big money for these services. So I like this. This is another way for Numinus to kind of bring in more of those significant revenues while targeting more of those high profile type programs. So we have a corporate ketamine assisted psychotherapy. I love that. And it would be, imagine working at a place that offered corporate ketamine assisted psychotherapy. That's a goal of mine. That's very cool. I hope a lot of companies in the near future will be offering services like this as a way of, I guess, number one, supporting their employees and getting the most output out of their employees. I think it's wise. But yeah, so I like everything that Numi is doing so far. They're being more conservative. They're focusing on the clinics. And yeah, like as a potential investor in Numi assessing this earnings report, I'm with it. I like it. Nothing really scared me away here. I am I have a lot of confidence in the two better known clinic plays, which is Field Trip and Numinus. All right, guys, and we have here the Numinus wellness chart. So the reason I'm showing you guys the chart of Numinus wellness when I haven't been really showing many of the charts for other psychedelic plays I've been talking about is because I think Numinus at 18 cents there's something here. I don't think anything is priced in for Numi at 18 cents. So nothing is priced in for Numi at 18 cents. So between, let's say, 16.90 and 18.10, it doesn't seem like anything is priced in here. So if you've been eyeing Numi, like I said, you could average in, but this entry that you're getting right now at 18 cents seems pretty damn decent. And with that said, I will say that, so once again, in regards to psychedelic plays, we will not be getting much of a bearish sentiment until the next quarter and the quarter following. I think we're going to be getting more of a bearish idea on some of these plays. But in regards to Numi, I like the clinic plays. I like both Numi. I like Field Trip. From the earnings report and hearing what Peyton had to say, Numinus is doing many of the right things given the macroeconomic conditions at play. And yeah, I'm happy with this earnings report. So I will give Numi a nice bullish stamp for this earnings report. And let's see, I really am excited to see what the next earnings report will look like with the combined entities. We have Numi and Novamind. I think it's going to be a fun earnings report to dissect, and I'm very excited to do that with you guys. So yeah, that's my episode of Bullish versus Bearish. Nothing is priced in for Numi right now. And it's looking like a pretty good entry point. So yeah, that's what I have to say. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And this is Adam with psychedelicinvest.com. I am also waxing eloquence on Instagram, Reddit, and Discord. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions you might have. I'm always there to interact with any of you guys in the community, anyone in the community, talk about psychedelics, stocks, investing, or anything really. So yeah, this is Adam with psychedelicinvest.com, and I hope you guys have an amazing weekend.